In this video segment, we'll focus on two log collection mechanisms. One, activity log collection. Two, event log collection. So what is the difference? Activity logs are collected with an administrator performing some kind of operating task within a data center, such as registering a device, creating a group within PodView, associating each of the racks to that group, or associating an appliance to a rack, and so forth. Event logs are collected based on a message event or session event extracted through some kind of Redfish API endpoint call to its appliance's BMC. There are two ways today we can extract event logs: collecting event logs for a given server, which certainly doesn't scale, and the other way by initiating a task for log collection of multiple servers, CDUs, cooling towers, and PDUs. Perhaps you see the need to batch activity log collection within a given time period, or maybe for a specific administrator performing such a task to track tighter compliance and governance. So let's dig into this. You can see here we've logged into the appliance, the SCC appliance that's managing our data center. So as we logged in, we were initially brought into the dashboard, which is the main area of our appliance for tracking our data center activity log information and BMC. So we're going to navigate down here to the log sub menu or module within SCC. And on the side card, we're provided with event detail and activity detail and all tasks, which would be essentially activity and events. So we're going to look at, in this use case, in-rack CDU. And in the in-rack CDU, we see here that in our DevOps environment or development environment, which we're simulating some leak detection, we've actually saw leak detection present within the CDU and also at the server level through the cold plate. So there are various ways that we can filter our search or our detail. So let's look at exporting based on a selection criteria. So if we click here for just one event selection, we see here by the other ones are basically grayed out, and we can perform such a task for that particular content of that trap that's associated with that particular perhaps event that occurred within our leak detection mechanism. But that might, not scale for you, not provide you a good idea of what's really happening with your environment. So there are other ways that you can actually look at this information. Perhaps you want to select all of the events or entries within this environment, and then you want to maybe perhaps look at selection based on a criteria, such as you're looking for a trap ID or severity of a particular alert. So if you click here with the alert section here, and then you come back here and then use the selection criteria, it'll show you that it's actually created 10 events that were collected that will be exported to a file. And you can see here that the task was submitted to the back end. And in this case, we can click on the dump utility here. And then at that point, it will show us essentially here the file that's going to be extracted. You can see here it's popped up, has been downloaded to my network or my computer management station. By clicking here, I can go ahead and open that particular exported file, and then click on here, and you can see with the Excel spreadsheet here the detail to show you all of the events that were extracted through log information and provided within your Excel spreadsheet through a CSV common delimited file. So this could be useful for you to do some type of data mining exercise of being able to determine within maybe a large AI supercluster or a superpod, which is a large liquid cooled data center, of determining where the leaks would be presented, providing this information to a service technician that would be coming on site to determine or mitigate your problem, get your environment back up, and making sure that the service event has been taken care of by our Supermicro service personnel. Okay, so that's a little bit on the in regards to the filtering mechanism that we present here within our event log extraction. So we can look at also another way of providing date sensitivity, right? So we'll first of all close out this search criteria, come back here and filter based on a timestamp. So we want to first of all select it all of the events, and then you want to filter based on time sensitivity here of an event. So you can place in here that I could go back to, say, let's see the dates here. Um, we'll go back in time here to say putting 1203 in here to say February, and then putting those dates in here. So let's go back to uh, uh, here. Go back here and put in the right filter name here. So we'll start with February the 11th. So we want to do February the 11th. So we'll put in February the 11th, and then to today's date, which will be let's go with the date of, I don't know, we'll call it February 28th. So February 11th, oops, to February 28th, and then we'll say okay. And then it'll basically send in the background. We'll collect all that data, and then eventually hit submit, and then it'll create a particular log file. So I'm just not going to let this run because it'll run for a bit here because we have quite a few transactions here or entries within our database here for like 33,000. So let's just exit out of there. But you get the idea here. You can easily put a filter in to specify a date range within the events for INRAC CDU. And so this can be done through BMC, through PDU, and cooling tower. So perhaps you want to do an activity event for log information, such as a specific administrator. So you wanted to maybe show all of the filtered events here, which are quite a few, 9,527, and you submit. And then what it will do is it'll create a dump file for us, a new one with this particular task, and you would just basically go in and pull up the extracted log file through the CSV file, and all of the detail would be present. So all of this stuff can be used for data mining or minimizing or maybe tracking various events on a problem server, many other things, or this information can be provided to our support service personnel that you want to basically determine what's happening with a given server based on events such as maybe perhaps a drive going with a problem. So all of this message event log information and session event log information will be extracted to the BMC itself. Things like warning events or alerts. So any of the criteria can be utilized here to look at various log information that can be provided to our support personnel within Supermicro. So that concludes basically the log collection mechanism within our platform SCC as part of the support advisor module that we have. Thanks for joining today. We'll see you next time.